Okay, so are you ready to dive deep?
Let's dive.
Awesome. Because today we're going to tackle this
Okay.
super intriguing concept,
Yeah.
power for a life of glory.
Interesting.
And we are going to be looking at a devotional
Okay.
from Inspired Devotionals
Mm-hmm.
with Emmanuel Afiawari,
Right.
specifically Sunday, January 12, 2025.
Gotcha.
And this one is titled, Power for a Life of Glory.
Nice.
So I don't know about you, but when I hear glory, I usually think of fame or recognition.
Right. Me too.
But this devotional kind of digs a little deeper,
Okay.
suggesting that it's something much more personal and fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever felt like you're just hustling, doing all the right things, but not quite shining as bright as you could?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, stick with us because this deep dive might illuminate the path a little bit.
I love it.
So,
Okay.
where should we start with this?
Oh, it's fascinating how the devotional doesn't just define glory.
Right.
It connects it directly to a source of power,
Okay.
the Holy Spirit. It uses Acts 1.8 and Romans 1.1 scene to make this point that true glory isn't like a solo mission.
Right.
It's about tapping into something bigger.
Absolutely. It really emphasizes that we need to connect with the Holy Spirit to truly unlock our full potential
Yes.
and let our inner light shine.
Exactly.
But you know what's interesting?
What's that?
It uses this analogy of a house.
Oh, yeah.
It says you can have this beautifully built house, but without electricity, it's just an empty shell.
Right.
So it makes you wonder, is that what's happening with us sometimes?
Yeah.
We have all this potential, but we're missing that spark to make it come alive.
Absolutely. The devotional uses that analogy to highlight the incredible power of the Holy Spirit. It's like that electric current that activates our potential and illuminates our gifts and helps us to truly shine.
I like
And
that.
it's the difference between just existing and truly thriving.
Okay, so that makes total sense.
Yeah.
But what really got me thinking was this whole idea of counterfeit glory.
Mhm.
You know, it's like you can be crushing it on the outside, but still feel empty on the inside.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this in action?
Oh, all the time.
Really?
Think about the person who's obsessed with, climbing the corporate ladder just for status.
Right.
Even if it means sacrificing their passions, or someone who's constantly seeking validation
Yeah.
through social media likes, but feeling lonelier than ever.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing about counterfeit glory.
Yeah.
It promises happiness, but often delivers emptiness.
It's so true. It's like chasing a mirage.
Exactly.
And the devotional even talks about all of these successful professionals who might be killing it in their fields, but still haven't found that inner peace or true fulfillment.
Yeah, and that's where this whole idea of tapping into the power of the Holy Spirit comes in.
Okay.
The devotional suggests that true glory isn't about outward recognition.
Mm-hmm.
It's about reflecting a light that comes from within, from a connection to something greater than ourselves.
So how do we actually tap into this power and start living a life of true glory, not just a counterfeit version?
Right.
Because the devotional actually gives some really practical advice.
It does.
What is it?
Well, it starts with recognizing Jesus as the source of glory.
Okay.
Then it's about surrendering to the Holy Spirit and allowing it to work in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, it's about setting goals that reflect God's glory, not just our own ambitions.
Yeah.
It's about aligning our actions with our faith.
The devotional even includes this powerful prayer, almost like a blueprint for anyone who wants to invite the Holy Spirit into their lives and start experiencing this kind of transformative power.
Yeah.
What stood out to you about the prayer?
I think it's a call to action.
Okay.
It encourages us to move beyond just understanding these concepts,
Mm-hmm.
to actually applying them in our lives, to take that leap of faith and see where it leads.
So remember that question we started with about shining brightly?
Yeah.
If true glory comes from the power of the Holy Spirit, what steps can you take to tap into that power in your own life?
And remember, this isn't a race.
Right.
It's a journey. Every step you take towards connecting with your spiritual side, however small, can make a huge difference in your life.
Yeah.
It's about that ongoing transformation that leads to true fulfillment and meaning.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive,
My pleasure.
and we'll see you next time.
See ya.